Hey everybody, this is Perch, and we have the DC solicitations for July. This month had a lot of drama attached to it, and I will say on the offset, due to rumors and people saying they got text messages and just kind of a lot of gossip, there was a story going on for several months that DC would stop printing monthly comics in July. It was a rumor, of course, and not a very credible one. But nonetheless, it persisted. And I will say, of the 2 years I've been running this channel, the nastiest mail that I've ever received, the most aggressive trolling comments on the videos, and just the worst comments came off of this particular topic, who from people who just did not want to hear any counter view that DC would stop printing comics in July. And granted, we're not done yet, because even today I got a message kind of out of the blue from one of the bigger, well, somebody I had to boot from the channel, which is a very short list. I mean, like a list I can count on one hand using only three fingers. It's saying just because the solicitations came out, none of these comics are actually going to come. The DC's going to screw over this. People are going to order stuff, but then they're never actually going to ship it. So okay, I guess we are still waiting for July for everybody to, and I'm sure everybody will be very mature about it and say, hey, I was wrong. I got my emotions got away from me, and I believed a silly rumor that was not true, and I acted like a complete and utter asshole to others that had counter opinions, and I've learned a lesson from this. I'm sure that's the result we're getting. But enough of that. Let's get to the comics that are coming out from DC, and we start out with this. I just left this on the screen because Ian, one of the people who pushed me to do this channel in the first place, he's been a guest a few times. He's got to be happy. I mean, Stephanie Brown fan. Right there. Look at that. We got Stephanie Brown promised in a comic, and a glimpse at her butt too. So you get a little bit of everything. She's developed. Anyway, let's take a look. So as we talked about before, Superman Son of Kal-El #1, Tom Taylor. This is launching a new Superman #1. The Son of Kal-El is a bit. I think it's a bit of an out. So if at some point, this title isn't selling well, they can just kind of resume Superman, and this is kind of an interruption to Superman, is what I think they can say. But anyway, $4.99, a couple covers. I am 100% certain there will be more variant covers when all is said and done here. But okay. And then a Tales of Metropolis with Jimmy Olsen gathering some misfit heroes to do some things, still sticking with those backup stories. And then Superman and the Authority #1. So this is a different Authority than the one that you might remember. It is Superman. It is Midnighter. It is Apollo. But it's Manchester Black. It's a handful of other people who are coming into this series. Grant Morrison writing this, returning to Superman. Mikhail Janin. He's here as well. So Superman and the Authority forming a team. In theory, this is all about Warworld and kind of the bigger issues. Is Superman trying to reform Manchester Black and where that all goes. But this is Grant Morrison's next project. It's 40 pages, so still $5. So that's 40 pages for $5. Not bad. There isn't a backup story at least listed here, and there's been some different numbers. So this, I think, is the official 1 of 4 in terms of the series. There's been other sites that have called it 1 of 5, but I think 1 of 4 is the truth of what it is that we're doing here. I actually saw, I think Bleeding Cool was saying 1 of 3 at one point. It's 1 of 4. But Grant Morrison returns Superman. Action Comics, 1033. This is Superman, all the different Supermen here. There's Mullet Superman. Philip Kennedy Johnson on this one with a backup story by Becky Cloonan and Michael Conrad. Michael Conrad, who's on Twitter just openly kind of begging for comics at some point. There's a case to be made for stop tweeting. You're weird. You're doing stories for DC. You don't need to do that. Anyway, again, 40 pages, $4.99. A card stock here at $5.99. So that's the little bit of difference that we got here. The stock of the cover is going to push it up $1 in some cases. So anyway, Warworld. This is promising some Atlantis in there. Static, Season 1, number 1, and I think we have number 2 as well. This is Vita Ayala, Crisscross, finishes by Nicholas Draper Ivy, and this is a 6-issue limited series here, and this is Static Shock, above the milestone material finally coming to market. Icon and Rocket, Season 1. This is Reginald Hudlin and Doug Braithwaite. There is, again, $4.99, 6-issue. And do keep in mind, we've got a $3.99, and then we got a variant cover with, I think this is the cardstock for $1 more. So the pricing is kind of all over the place. It's easy to get confused as to what actually is going to be costing what. Part of the new DC horror line, The Conjuring Lover. This is a prequel to The Conjuring 3. We talked about this before. Big bunch of creators on this one. The main story by David L. Johnson, Rex Ogle, Gary Brown doing the art, and Scott Snyder making his first appearance since the Infinite Frontier story, is doing something with Dennis Cohen. Bill Sienkiewicz got the cover there. This is part of the new horror line for DC that they're going to be pushing. And here is The Conjuring the Lover, number 2. This one has a different Che Grayson and Juan Ferreira backup story here. This is, again, 2 issues in 1 month for this to get this launched out. And then we talked about this as well, Suicide Squad Get Joker. Now, what's interesting is this one was billed for August, and it technically is. Even though this is coming out in July, we've got this for August 3rd. It's just the way that things work for these solicitations. But these are July solicitations, but there's something for August. But again, none of these comics are actually going to be printed and taken to stores, so it's all who cares about the date anyway, am I right? Anyway, Brian Azzarello working with Alex Malev. Finally, Alex is working with somebody other than Bendis, so looking forward to seeing that. But more Joker stories as the Suicide Squad and the Red Hood go to get Joker. Then we got Batman Catwoman Special number 1. This is Tom King doing a special story, kind of odd in the middle of his Batcat run with John Paul Leon. From what I have heard, this is kind of recapping the romance between Bruce Wayne and Selina Kyle. It's a special one-off issue. This is a story that was apparently there's some oddness. Oddness is the wrong word. That I don't believe this is a new story, but it is new to readers, if that makes any sense. It's something that either was in the can or they had, or I'd love to get more of the background behind this. I've heard some just different stories about what this comic is exactly. But it is, from what we can tell, a new story about kind of the lead up to Batcat, almost like a prequel or a companion issue to Tom King's series, where we get a little bit of the relationship and how it all kind of works out. We get some socks. Who doesn't like socks? It's just feet always sell comics, what I hear. Anyway, Batman Secret Files, Huntress. We're getting a lot of Batman, just warning in advance. So here's the Huntress. Mariko Tamaki is doing this. This is a one-shot, 40 pages. The Huntress is, they continue to kind of change up who the Huntress is, what the Huntress is all about, introduce some different aspects to her character, to modernize her because that's the cool thing to do, apparently. Then we get Batman Secret Files, The Signal, number 1. We're getting quite a few Batman number 1s here. Tony Patrick doing this one. Ken Lashley doing the cover. I'd like to see Ken Lashley doing the art, but nothing against Christian Deuce. I just, more Ken Lashley art would be appreciated, at least by me. Signal comes back to, after its time with the Outsiders. It's a one-shot. Several of these comics, I think the Huntress and the Signal, were kind of intended to be part of something else, and now they're just kind of, being pushed to market. That I don't mean that as negative as it sounds. I need to do a video on Remnant and what that means. But anyway, here's something else. Blue and Gold, number 1. We had Blue Beetle, but it was the other Blue Beetle in the DC Round Robin. And so now we're getting Blue and Gold. This is an 8-issue limited series. And this is basically going to, bring the modern sensibilities to Blue Beetle and Booster Gold, where they are invading the new social media world, where they are going to be tech savvy, and they are going to join Instagram and Twitter and Facebook and lots of in jokes about social media. I mean, who doesn't want that? I'm sure that is great. But Ryan Sook on art, Dan Jurgens story. I can't argue with that. So this is a good creative team, should be fun. Nice to see these two characters. I'm just hoping the social media commentary is not painful. It tends to be. Justice League Infinity #1, we covered this. Basically rolling out of Justice League Unlimited, which is pretty cool. And Shazam #1, which we also talked about. Some different stories. This is what has happened. An outrageous adventure. A huge change will have an impact on him. It doesn't seem so. I did the video saying that, at least some of the early reports are that they're going to tackle puberty with Shazam. Doesn't seem like that's the case. So maybe this is just Shazam having a wacky adventure. Definitely he's dealing with Hell and Necron and some of the things we saw in Future State, but we'll see how all that works out. Then we get the hardcover for the Batman Fortnite series. We get the Joker Harley Criminal Sanity hardcover. We get the Teen Titans Beast Boy Loves Raven. This has been one of the better selling young adult efforts that they've done. The Beast Boy Raven and then Beast Boy Loves Raven. So maybe next time they can do, to keep this series going, because it is making some money for them, they could have Beast Boy Loves Raven while Cyborg drives, or Beast Boy Loves Raven and Starfire watches, or Beast Boy Loves Raven and Starfire. Boom, chicka, wow, wow. I mean, whatever we want to do. Here's Unearthed, a Jessica Cruz story. We had seen this advertised before. It got delayed, as I recall, but now we're finally getting this Jessica Cruz story. I mean, this is one hell of an artist version of Jessica Cruz, I guess is what we want to say there. So anyway, this is all about xenophobia and Coast City. As Jessica decides if it's worth staying in the U.S., moving back to Mexico, better life, anti-immigration. Said, yeah, wonderful women of the world. Here is Wonderful Women of the World. There's a lot of these books. They kind of push them out. The problem is they're. I was talking to a friend who works at the Barnes and Noble here. He sees me come in and look at the shelves and talk about kind of the manga sales, and he said that a lot of these books are pretty good that DC puts out. They're not quite anthologies. There's a bunch of different stories, and I mean it's an anthology, but it's 208 pages, and it's a bunch of little stories. Talks about activism and other things, but they shoot them out very rapidly. And they do something which I didn't fully understand at the bookstore, where they don't include the synopsis of how these books are different. And so the bookstores have been under ordering because they all are very similar. There's like Wondrous Women, Wonderful Women, Women of Wonder. There's like all these titles that are all very, very similar. And the shops are under ordering on them because it's like, well, these are all the same thing. They're not. But anyway, there you go, for what it's worth. American Vampire 1976 #10. We're almost done with this series. This is Scott Snyder and Raphael Albuquerque. Batman 110. Batman fights Peacekeeper 1, if I'm not mistaken, or some Peacekeeper. Yeah, Peacekeeper #1. The bloody no-holds-barred fight with the Magistrate in epic fashion. The Magistrate is continuing to kind of march on. Again, we saw the conclusion, or we saw where it's all going with the Magistrate in a few short months. Feels like they're going to get to the Future State Magistrate timeline in about a year, maybe less. And it feels like it's you got to get some interesting stuff out, or otherwise it's just going to be like we already know where this is going in a year. So hurry it up. Anyway, some stuff with Ghostmaker in the backup. Batman Superman #20, Gene Luen Yang, Ivan Rice still on pencils, which is nice to see. They're keeping an artist in one place. So they get back from the Archive of Worlds, but now, despite new efforts, there's more Archive of Worlds craziness, and Etrigan is coming. Second issue of Batman Reptilian. Batman goes through a creepy, dark, slimy cave. Liam Sharp, Garth Ennis. This is I would say heavily awaited. We're looking forward to where this is going. I'm looking forward to where this is going. Should be fun. Batman Adventures Continue Season 2, #2. Nightwing Talon. All right. Batman the Detective, #4. This is the Batman goes to Europe and has a crazy Europe road trip. No, they're not giving us that. But man, how I wanted to see Batman just like in a like staying in hostels and driving a car around Europe, trying on crazy, wacky college sex adventure. I think it would have been hilarious. But no, so now we're getting Tom Taylor, who's got now 3+ books and counting this month. Andy Kubert on this. This is This is a limited series, I think. I believe it was listed, Batman Detective is a limited series, but, again, one of the things that drives me nuts is, like, I don't know, I'll just draw a question mark here with my arrow. Is it? Is it not? Don't know. Batman Urban Legends number 5. Here we go, Chip Zdarsky, Matt Rosenberg, and crew. This is 64 pages. We get a Red Hood, we get a Grifter, Tim Drake, and Batgirls. This is, there you go, Ian. We get a Batgirl story here, which from the earlier screen, it's we get some butt, apparently. So Catwoman. Catwoman gets, let's see, she's holding his hand, and he's about to cut her knife. Anyway, Ram V on Catwoman, pretty good series, pretty solid start to it. So anxious to see where this goes. Challenge of the Super Sons number 4 printed. Here you go. Here's the reprinting of the digital version. It's by Pete Tomasi. So that's nice and fun. Checkmate number 2. So here's the second issue by Brian Michael Bendis against Alex Malev, giving us 2 Alex Malev books in 1 month. But the question is, got some troubles. Looks like the question is how these guys get up in the roof. That's that. Anyway, Crime Syndicate number 5, which I believe is our final issue of this. So we get very different looking group. The villains are coming back to take things out. So this again is a limited series. We've lost that bit of information from here, but that's all right. Crime Syndicate crosses line for the last time. Certainly feels like a final issue. No, it builds to a cliffhanger. So I guess we got a sixth issue coming. But that's it makes sense to say like 5 of 6 limited series. Last issue before the conclusion. Make sure you ordered, folks. Well, anyway, maybe they just assume everybody knows this. Crush and Lobo number 2. Crush gets some coffee, and Lobo's upset about the coffee. Okay, so that's what we have here. Mariko Tamaki doing this comic as well. If there's anything Crush knows, it's traveling through, literally, okay, that is the plot. It's traveling through space, a great time to load up on coffee, catch up on murder podcasts. Oh, God damn it. Yeah, okay, fuck that. Detective Comics 1039. Here we have Batman versus a guy with a crazy mouth. And Mariko Tamaki on this. Victor Bogdanovic, who has moved from Wolverine over to work with Tamaki on Batman. So he should draw a killer Batman. So that's kind of cool. Big loss for Marvel, though, I would say. Maybe he'll get back there someday. I don't know. Anyway, here is the Violence Parasite Vial. He's got a creepy alien mouth. And then Detective Comics 1040. Bruce Wayne behind bars. And is that what's going on? Yes, it is. Bruce Wayne has to spend a weekend in lockup. Well, that's what happens when you get drunk and you attack somebody in Gotham's bar. So anyway, Dan Mora doing the art for this one. Then we have Future State Gotham number 3, the one ongoing series that is about Future State still. And this one, it looks like the Red Hood is fighting the next Batman. Is that what we have? Yes, it is. Josh Williamson, Dennis Culver, and pastels. Green Lantern number 4. Oh, man, Jeff Thorne's going to hear it again. Oh, no. Look, we've got Teen Lantern and Joe on one cover. It's all the outrage can go going again. What's our alternate cover? Oh, now all the dudes are dying. Oh, no. All the men and her are falling and getting hurt. And Teen Lantern and Joe are standing strong. Oh, Jeff, you're just everybody's going to bitch. Anyway. Tom Rainey on art here. Jeff Thorne, adapt, improve, overcome. This continues to build toward the battery being effed, and so we'll look forward to that. Harley Quinn number 5. In this one, Hugo Strange dressed up like Batman is choking out Harley Quinn, and a comic store owner is clinging for life on some garbage. No, this is this is where they're having. Riley Rossmo doing the art here. They're having Harley as if she's writing this, which is not great, but arguably better than many of the other. Even this joke is more descriptive than some of the other solicitations we have. Anyway, Infinite Frontier number 2. Woman in a suit looks at reflections of Batman and Superman who are staring at each other, having a staring contest, which is going to end badly because if Batman starts to get the upper hand, Superman's just going to red laser beam right into his skull. You don't do a staring contest with Superman. It's a rookie mistake, Batman. Anyway, Josh Williamson. What change in secrets lurk inside the multiverse? Sure. No, this will be fun. Interested to see what all goes on here. Alan Scott looking for his daughter. Hey, cool. They remember Jade exists. That's a good thing. And then Roy Harper has some unpredictable new powers. Right? Power of being not dead. That's anyway. Okay, and then we have this mind-bending villain. It's a psychopirate is back, and he's encountering the Flash. In Justice League number 64, the Justice League and Naomi have a bunch of visitors in the sky, and that's what we've got. Our alternate cover shows us, Aquaman and Hippolyta and Hawkgirl, and they got some skulls. Whenever you're like walking around and you find a place that's got skulls and the lighting's all purple, you got to figure you're about to get attacked, I think. Anyway, Brian Michael Bendis, Steve Pugh. So David Marquez is off the book. So there you go. Lasted 3 issues. I think 4 issues, right? 4 issues. So I'm not sure. Is he still on issue number 63? If he is on issue 63, then I owe somebody $5. And if not, they owe me $5. So we'll see. Anyway, Steve Pugh is now the art, and we've got introducing the United, an all-star group of alien warriors, represents all voices of newly formed United Planets. I'm sure that Brian Michael Bendis is coordinating with Jeff Thorne, who has the United Planets and this galactic, these politics going on in Green Lantern. And I'm sure these titles are well coordinated and doing a great job of synergy there, because that would be smart to do it that way, to have good cohesion along your line. That would be a smart thing to do, and I'm sure they're absolutely doing that. Justice League 65. The Justice League kind of stares creepily down at Black Canary, who finds herself on a giant chessboard. And in this one, we've got Black Adam and Naomi, and Batman and Black Canary is about to scream your face off. And in this one, Steve Pugh again is on the art, and the Justice League heads to space. The most dangerous new criminal in all the galaxy. What new IP has been created here? Anyway, on Earth, checkmate. Okay. Justice League Last Ride, number 3. The Justice League hangs out around a campfire, and Darkseid watches from the stars. Okay. No marshmallows. No, in fact, what are they doing here? The fire is for what? Warmth? Like, Superman doesn't need that. Most of these characters don't, for that matter. Like, what is happening? What is happening here? Is this Batman's arm on the Flash's leg? Is he just kind of like cuddling the Flash here? Is this what is going on here? What are you doing, Batman? Yeah. Anyway, Apocalypse, now a lifeless husk. So yeah, it makes sense. Justice League goes and has a campfire on it. Why not? Legends of the Dark Knight, number 3. Batman finds a new female Riddler. Is that what this is? Oh, let this be the original Riddler, who's just decided to go with something new. But no, it's Riddler's new partner quiz. Captures Batman and puts him in a junky room full of toys. Yep. This is what happens, like when I tell my daughter, clean up your room. If you don't, this is what's going to happen. Eventually, Batman's going to be trapped in there, and this female version of the Riddler is going to grin maniacally at you. Oh, God, that is it's a good illustration, but it's like staring right into my soul. Okay, Mr. Miracle, Source of Freedom. All right. A little mustache twirling. Who doesn't like a little mustache twirling? Anyway, Shiloh. Always interested to see the story of Shiloh and what Shiloh's up to. Nightwing number 82. Is Tom Taylor still in the book? Yes, he is. We've got the puppy. They've got to name the puppy and have all that cutesy stuff with the puppy before Tom Taylor leaves this book. I don't think he's leaving the book anytime soon. Anyway, but then again, the comics aren't going to be published this month anyway, so everybody's going to be leaving the books. Dick Grayson is doing some stuff. Robin, number 4. Robin and Raja Ghul, by the look of things. Glib Melnikov is not on art duties. Jorge Corona, so which means he was on the book for 3 issues. Okay, very very Marvel-ish. Rorschach, number 10. In this issue, Rorschach introduces Jim Lee and Todd McFarlane as new Rorschachs. I'm just kidding. Anyway, we're killing a presidential candidate, apparently. In Ruby Justice League number 4, this is tricky because they put these things out in digital and then in print, so it's like we're talking about this twice. Anyway, it looks like some Amazon fighting. stuff going on there. Sensational Wonder Woman number 5 is so she's beating up bad guys. Yeah. Strange Adventures number 11. Another job to do. The job, killing more children, because Adam Strange is an asshole who kills children and then murders puppies and kicks cats and cuts in the line at the grocery store, and sometimes he takes fruit from bins and takes a bite out of it and puts it back in the bin. And this was even after COVID. He's just a monster. He only wears one mask, not two. Strange Adventure for only $499. Cents. Anyway, this is got one more issue left to ruin more of Adam Strange. So, can he save his? Oh, his marriage is now in danger. All right. So, Suicide Squad number 5. Peacekeeper continues to build momentum for his HBO show. You can't see a lack of hype because there's so much hype. I don't know. Anyway, the Suicide Squad is headed to investigate Earth 3 and the Crime Syndicate. Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow number 2. Tom King introduces, let's just assume some horrible, like we learned that Supergirl is bipolar and is also afraid of, flowers. Sure. So something that's going to make her really miserable, I'm sure. I'm getting more punchy as we go. Superman Red and Blue number 5. Superman is red and he's blue. Yeah, some decent artists. Mark Buckingham's here, G. Will Wilson, Danny Warren Johnson. Okay, Jeb Wyneck. We'll see what that happens. Teen Titan Academy number 5. Who is Red X? Shocking. These people are shocked. Will we find out? Nah. The Dreaming Waking Hours number 12. Everybody's awake. Nobody's dreaming. No Xana. We need anyway. This is issue 12 or 12. So this is a conclusion to this series. The future of the realm of fairylands and Heather After's hands. Heather's not known for her sound judgment. You can all make your own jokes. Anyway, okay, cool. This has been an interesting little series. It's not bad. But it's like DC got excited about it for the first 2 issues and then kind of forgot that it existed. They kept publishing it anyway, but maybe it'll be collected in a really nice hardcover or something. Flash 772. When you're in fire, you don't carry a match in your teeth. It's a good way to singe your nose hairs and like all kinds of problems here. So this is not up to OSHA regulations. Jeremy Adams continuing to push this book forward. Here's the Joker, who looks like he's not having a good time. In this one, it's his first night in Arkham Asylum. The never-before-seen tale of his first night. I would laugh my ass off if it's 40 pages at $5.99, by the way. Kari Andrews variant cover. That's pretty cool. We'll take a look at that. But I would love it if this comic is just like 30 pages of him sitting in a cell, like staring at the wall, kind of pissed. That would be hilarious. Anyway, there's Punchline. Punchline's angry too. She's like, YouTube keeps demonetizing my videos. Damn it. Anyway. Da-da-da. This is Lady Bane. So there's Lady Bane. Anyway, next Batman Second Son, number 4. I don't know if this costume would stand up like this. I think it would just, I don't know. There's got to be some like a coat hanger in here holding it in place. I don't know. Anyway, Jace Fox is looking at the Batman costume, pondering being Batman. The nice house on the lake. It's not a nice house. This would be incredibly lousy bath. Baths are supposed to be relaxing, and if you got like a window full of people just like trying to get into your bath, like I would not have this expression. I'd be like, God damn it, I put some scented candles out, try to make a nice romantic bath, and then this is going on. It's terrible. The Other History of the DC Universe number 5. Horrible things are happening. No, this is the Black Lightning stuff is interesting. I'm glad, and I'm for one, they in this comic, I know it got some controversy because so Deathstroke was basically acting like a pedophile she was underage. I had a pedophile. Anyway, Swamp Thing number 5. I'm just pissing off everybody with this video. Ram V, cool. 10 issues here. We're halfway through it. I'm really looking forward to this. Should be a lot of fun. I really enjoyed the first issue. Truth and Justice number 6. Okay. Wonder Girl. What are we getting this time? It's Damian Wayne. Truth and Justice with a Damian Wayne birthday party. All right. Wonder Girl number 3. Yara fans unite. Here we go. There's her butt. This Jolie Jones. Training commence. Now we've got to do some training. And Wonder Woman number 75. Wonder Woman has gone into the bathroom of that guy up above in the bath, and now the people are reaching through the window and grabbing at her hair from the gate. It's a terrible, like you should take like 3 steps forward down the stairs, Wonder Woman. It would and then this problem will go away. But anyway, the Graveyard of Gods. And then in this one, after fighting a bunch of people who are getting handsy on a gate, it's time to lay in some flowers. And that's what Wonder Woman's going to do. Unfortunately, all these little creatures here are fixing to have a terrible hentai party. Anyway, so they look innocent, but the Fairies of Elflame have it in for Wonder Woman. Hentai party. Wonder Woman Black and Gold. That's a cool cover. I like what they're doing here. It's very nice. Mariko Tamaki, Che Grayson. Mariko Tamaki's got a crap ton of books this month. Anyway, Looney Tunes 261. Hey, you don't put that in your mail. This is how the post office feels during the time of COVID, whenever they have to deliver mail. Anyway, Mad Magazine 231. Batman Scooby-Doo Mysteries number 4. Oh no, that's a terrible float. That's it. There we go. Lots of comics. Of course, like I said, none of them are actually going to get printed because it's July, so it's all over. But there you go. What are you interested in? What are you buying? Jeff Thorne. Everybody's going to be pissed at this. Thanks for listening.